Welcome back to I'd Have a Beer. Today is Wednesday, September 24th, and the Week 3 is complete in the NFL season. A lot to cover tonight, both the Giants, Eagles, but particularly Mikey Bugatti. What are we hitting tonight?
Oh, yes. You're at the right place at the right time here at IHAB, giving you the most important part of sports every week. Tonight, we're talking Eagles. We're talking Giants. We're doing predictions. Some MLB rules are changing. Some comebacks over this weekend. We got a little game for you. Would you rather? What's worse? And Bugatti's in the house tonight. You don't want to miss it if you want cash in the pocket. But before we get to sports, before we get to the cash, before we get to anything good, we can't start anything unless something's flowing. Manny, Mozz, I'd have a beer.
I'd have a beer. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I'd have a beer
Chris,
with you, of course.
delicious. What I'm drinking today, you might ask, it sounds like this. What I'm drinking today is called Dogs and Boats. I specifically literally only bought it because this dog was on there. I'm like, that's my dog. By Beard Brewing Company in New England. So dogs and beers. Dogs and beer boats.
Is it dogs and beers or dogs and boats?
Dogs and beers would be cool. It's dogs and boats. Look at that dog.
Good dog. Good dog. I have Trogs Perpetual. And right off the rip, this is going to be a tough get through for your boy Manny tonight. I can just already tell once it hit the lips.
You know, the last few, you've been picking not ones you've not been liking.
Yeah, I've been sending somebody out because my fame has gotten so big that I can't shop for myself anymore.
Yes.
So I actually send my assistant out, and she grabs them for me. So we might have to have a conversation about the
Looks like your assistant's getting a new job.
Beer. Yeah, I might have to get a new assistant. But enough of that. Mikey Bugatti, do you want to take the lead here and go right into that ridiculous, unbelievable, shocking? Let me find another word to describe this.
Mm-hmm.
Did I already say unbelievable?
Mm-hmm.
Shocking, disappointing for some people, jaw-dropping Sunday game for the Philadelphia Eagles.
What do you want? What more do you want? You know,
I want the recap.
They want the recap. They wanted revenge. Rams wanted revenge, and they got it. The first 3 quarters, the first 2 quarters, we looked like we didn't deserve to beat them last year. But then all of a sudden, something might have changed at the end. I don't know what they said at halftime, but that's the speech that I want every morning when I wake up, because they came back with fire in their soul, and our defensive line just, they showed up. They learned how to jump. They learned how to run. I'm talking 2 times blocked field goals. A.J. Brown wakes up. He gets 100 yards. Devontae Smith wakes up. Dallas Goedert gets one. What's going on over there? They looked unstoppable at every moment. And at the very end, I'm not going to lie, I'm watching that, and I'm like, that's tough to lose that game. We put on this great comeback. People are like, wow, the Eagles look good. But, you were down so much for that period of time. It makes sense you don't win. Oh, no, you didn't. 230-pound Jordan Davis gets up in the air and says, give me that shit, slaps it down, picks it up, and scoops it up and runs it for the blocking it. We already won. It was 27-76. So he could have just celebrated, looked around. This big Goliath of a human picks up the ball and says, let me get that shit. 18 miles per hour. Bisons, rhinos. These are other animals that are that big, that run that speed. This guy gets up to 18 miles per hour after he blocked a field goal, lost a guy off of him, the center off of him, runs down the field, celebrates. Heart rate must have been over 250 for this mother. This is so big, this guy. I was screaming like a maniac. I couldn't believe what I saw. The crowd was silent, and the roar just picked up. It looked like Emerald City over there on the TV. Everyone was losing their minds. Go Birds. Birds are 3-0, and I don't even want to tell you. We defended our championship crown and said, you ain't going to touch it. And Josh Carty, it looks like you should get a new job. Fast.
Okay, so that's Mikey Bugatti's fastest 2 minutes of football with the Eagles, and the recap right there. Glossed over a lot of things that I'm gonna touch on, maybe for all the 31 other teams that are not fans of the Eagles right now. First off, they did it again. They did it again. The Philadelphia Eagles did it again. Instead of the tush push, they should change the name to the early bird, because they all like to go early on that play. I think
one.
I wish we had a producer here where I could pull this clip up and we can both just watch it, because I would love to get it in real time. What do you? No call? Should have been a call. Still no call. Just still believe in the tush push. I said it last week. Go back, listen to the episode. I was pretty certain that the NFL would have stepped in after the tush push incidents in week 2. They didn't. They said that the refs said they were going to call this game. They were going to call the tush push a lot tighter. First time the Eagles do the tush push, clearly a guy on the right side of the line jumps. I mean, slow motion is there for a reason. You can see it. They do the replay and boom. So if they're going to continue to run this, let's just change the name to the early bird. The early bird.
Pretty good name.
Pretty good name. Yeah. I got to say, I know it's heartbreaking I'm sitting there watching this game. I'm like, Matt Stafford, they got him. They got their revenge. They got him. They go down the field. You do what you got to do. You get your field goal kicker out there, and he kicks it, game over. No time left on the clock. That's it.
You got it.
See you later, Philadelphia. They get their revenge. 2 blocked. You can't let that happen. You can't, no good. I had a feeling LA was in trouble as soon as the touchdown stopped for them, because I think the secret formula of beating Philadelphia is you just have to keep scoring points. You can't let up, because the minute you let up, they just gain momentum, and then it's a freight train and you can't stop them. You can't let them back into the game. So then they were settling for some field goals. Then they had field goals blocked, and I was just like, no, here we go.
It's happening.
And, there was a lot of criticism for week 2 with the offense with Jalen Hurts. There was a lot of people talking, including myself, about Jalen Hurts. All he does is hand the ball off. All they do is the early bird. And he had himself a day throwing the ball at the end of the game, and still throwing the ball at the end of the game should have still lost that game. But there they are sitting at 3-0. And, it's good to see his high-paid wide receivers finally getting involved week 3. And, you guys are 3-0, but it's good. LA, don't take this as totally a punch in the nuts. You played this team hard now twice. You probably will see them again. So, LA, just keep the fire burning. Use this. Harness this and attack when you see them down the road. And when it's cold, there could be another snow game, LA. Just harness this. Remember this, okay? And don't let this happen again. You can't let 365-pound men get the football and do 18 miles an hour down the entire field for a touchdown at the end of the game for a score that doesn't matter. You can't let that happen. I would love to be in the locker room at the end of the game to hear how did they sum up that game? How did the coach, what's his name? Matt LaFleur? No, is it Matt LaFleur? What's his name? Who's the coach of Matt LaFleur? I would love to hear what he said to his team, like afterwards, like, did special teams had to get ripped, right? Or is that like, I would love to hear what that conversation was after the game, because Vegas, everybody, my mother, Mikey Bugatti, everybody thought when, that ball was snapped, there's their Philadelphia's first loss, and the LA Rams get their revenge against the Eagles. Not the case, and that's it. They march on. They're 3-0. That's it. Last thing is, let's change the tush push to the early bird. Any comments on that?
Thank you for just rooting against us always. Thank you for never believing in us, brother, and just making sure that nobody will allow us to win again. We need you on the other side, or how else are we going to be good? We need the hate.
You need us. Yes, you need me just like I need you. So let's go over to another team that needs a lot of things. We'll go over to the big needs. Is the New York Football Giants. If we film this podcast Sunday night, Monday, following that week.
Yeah.
Week 3,
We would have missed.
Loss to who they even play? Can't even remember
The
now.
Chiefs.
The Chiefs, yes. The 0-2 Chiefs versus the 0-2 Giants on prime time Sunday Night Football. God, somebody look into the record of the Giants on primetime football. It is fantastic. It is not good. It is not good. And as I kind of figured, it was going to be one of these games where it's just like everybody is in this game.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody is in this game. Nobody's blowing anybody out of this game. Kansas City isn't the team that they were a year ago. They're definitely not the team they were 2 years ago. They're still trying to figure it out. What better opponent to play against than the New York Football Giants, honestly, just to get your first win. Patrick Mahomes, I don't think he's ever won at MetLife Stadium, which is funny too. And I said it last week. I was like, there's no way that the NFL is going to let the Kansas City Chiefs, which, I mean, we can dedicate a whole podcast to why I think the Kansas City Chiefs are Roger Goodell's team in the NFL's like hallmark team. I think you would agree with me with that.
Yes.
Why they're not going to go 0-3. But Russell Wilson decided that he's going to make the Giants go 0-3. Russell Wilson's last pass starting for the New York Football Giants goes to no other than the crossbar in the red zone. All right. He had 2 phenomenal passes. One, he just absolutely just gunned it down the tunnel just to throw it away. Just absolutely gunned it. He smoked some camera person in the tunnel. Intentional grounding, obviously, not a player in sight around there.
Smart.
Just medical personnel and people that work for the league. So just guns it down the tunnel, and then we're in the red zone again, and just absolutely just sends it over the middle to the crossbar. And that will be the ribbon on Russell Wilson's last throw as probably a New York Football Giants starter. And the Giants lose to Kansas City. They start 0-3. Before we get out here with this game, I will say positive to take away. Cam Scadaboo is just a freaking he's just a beast. I don't know how to describe him. He's a bull in the china shop. You need 2 people to tackle this guy. He's proved it now again in another week that he's just running through tackles. He does look exciting. So that's something to cheer about, because there was not too many cheers at MetLife Stadium. There was a lot of boos when they saw Russell Wilson get back into the game in the fourth quarter, and we're in the game, and then he just guns it over the middle and hits the crossbar, and that's all she wrote. I've mellowed out since the game.
Yeah.
I was very heated because that's a primetime game.
Yeah.
We were in that game again.
Yeah.
Would have been nice. Russell Wilson just came off of a 450-yard passing game. I said last week, what kind of version of the Giants offense are we going to get? Are we going to get week 1 where all we did was kick field goals, or are we going to get week 2 where it's just moonball Russell Wilson 450 yards and he had like the best quarterback rating that week? You
got to be between.
No, I think we got a whole nother. We got A, B, and then we got C version of Russell Wilson where he's just throwing it to imaginary people. Maybe he's seeing ghosts at MetLife Stadium again.
Ghost.
I don't know. It's here. I don't think a lot of us thought it would happen this soon. I sure as hell didn't. I don't think the original plan was this soon. I think this is desperation mode, and desperation mode makes me very, very, very nervous. But week 4 against the 3-0 Las Vegas Chargers.
Los Angeles.
What did I say?
Las Vegas.
Whatever, some out west team.
One of those teams.
3-0 team. Justin Herbert, he's got a new girlfriend. He's dialed up. They're 3-0. They're playing the Giants at home against the rookie,
the new
Jaxson Dart. Jaxson Dart is making his NFL debut as the starter week 4 for the New York Football Giants, just like everybody had it in their minds playing out. I don't know. Would you want me to give you my opinion on how I think that's going to go?
I'm pumped.
Do we go right into recaps, or what are we doing? Are we going right into recaps? Is that what I'm doing?
Yeah. Well, Reno, prediction. I'm pumped.
Predictions?
That's going to be nice, dude. I got a lot of good things to say about the Chargers, but you could start. Give me a quick
Yeah,
synopsis.
I have a lot of good things to say about the Chargers as well.
Yeah.
Jim Harbaugh versus rookie quarterbacks. Let's just go right into that. Let's just get this out of the way. Jim Harbaugh versus rookie quarterbacks. Career, he's 8-2. With the Chargers, he's 4-0.
Good. That's good. Good odds.
Good time to throw in
Good.
our rookie quarterback, I say, right?
Mhm.
Good. Let's talk about the remaining schedule for the New York Football Giants. Actually, no, we'll do that later. But yes, Giants are throwing this guy to the fire,
Yeah.
to the wolves,
Yeah.
and I think a lot of fans are excited. I am also.
Are you
This is a
excited?
new look. I'm excited, but I'm also nervous.
Fair.
I'm nervous because what everybody doesn't want to see is things that I don't even want to put into fruition. I don't even want to say because we just don't want this. I'll be very broad. We don't want this to turn into another Daniel Jones situation where there's a guy that comes in with a lot of moxie maybe and a lot of confidence and and a lot of confidence in his abilities. And then he comes in and the offensive line isn't that good. And then all of a sudden he's just running and he's 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 getting hit and he's running and he's getting hit and it's fourth down and they're going for it and they go nowhere and they lose and they're 0-4. We see that's not good. We can't do
that
that.
sounded like the announcer at the stadium.
We're back on the Ferris wheel. We're just back on the Ferris wheel. Ferris wheel. It goes up, down, and around. We got to get off that Ferris wheel. So I'm hoping I'm going to try to stay optimistic because what am I going to do? They drafted this guy. This is supposed to be the franchise guy. I don't think this is part of the plan to bring him out here. Week 4.
No.
I don't think so.
No.
But here he is. I think it's very obvious that Brian Dable and Joe Shane, the GM, are trying to save their jobs with this desperation move, with this Hail Mary. And I think the ownership was probably on board with doing this as well, since they were getting booed out of their own stadium Sunday night. And we'll see. Don't ask me scores, touchdowns. What's it going to be against the Chargers? I have no idea. I just know that Jaxson Dart is going to be the starter week 4 against the 3-0 Chargers, and we will all find out together.
Anything can happen.
Anything will happen.
What is they got to be hungry, The Giants got to be hungry for a win.
Hungry dogs. Yeah,
the hungry.
I think they need to adopt a dog. Yeah. I think all the dogs I think
all the dogs
we
that
just
you have
released
are
all
laying
the dogs
on his side, just waiting to be sold. Yeah.
Sorry about this long rant, everybody. I've just been keeping a lot of this in, so this is a safe space. So I finally have released it. I do feel like a weight has lifted off my shoulders, but I'm sure I'll be back here next week with something else hot to talk about. But that is my recap of the Giants last week. That is my prediction for the Giants this week. My prediction, actually, did I give you a prediction? Let's go. Giants lose. That's my prediction. Giants lose. Jaxson Dart. Here we go. Spin zone. Jaxson Dart looks promising, but the Giants still lose. How about that?
That's going to be the headline. That's definitely going to be the headline. Yeah, rookie QB shows promise, still comes up with a loss. Maybe a kick at the end takes you guys out.
Blocked field goal.
Blocked field goal.
Maybe.
Chargers get their
a lot of blocked field goals last week.
It was great. I was great. The comebacks were great. I enjoyed.
So real quick, tell us about who are the Eagles playing this week?
You know what? I am a little nervous about it. I didn't want to bring it up, but now I'll bring it up.
Why do? Come on, talk. I just gave you 25 minutes of my heartbreaking Ferris wheel team.
Yeah.
Tell me who you guys
We're
are playing.
the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, and Baker Mayfield looks good. He looks really good. Okay. They're 3-0. They're dominating. They made comebacks. He made a comeback last week, and it's at Tampa Bay, and Tampa Bay seems to always have our number somehow. Pisses me off. We don't look good. It's a very close game, and then somehow at the very end, he always comes back. He's got like a minute left, and everyone's like, we're good. They don't have to. And then he gets like a 40-yard bomb, and I'm going to hear that name Ibuka too many fucking times, and it's going to piss me off. So am I excited about this game? No. Will I watch this game? Yes. Closely? Yes. We'll see what happens.
I
Prediction?
love Baker Mayfield. I love Baker Mayfield. I think I didn't really care for him too much in college, but I don't know. I like how he plays. He literally is like one of those guys that will play injured, which maybe is all starting quarterbacks. But I
Yes,
don't know. I just feel like I don't know. He's got that dog in him.
you
Talk
do.
about dogs. He's got that dog in him. And spin zone, Mike. I think you guys are going to shred Tampa Bay because I think they have so many injuries
They
that
do.
you guys are going to shred. You're going to. I think Baker Mayfield's a little banged up.
Hmm.
I think
Evans might not
Evans is
play.
banged
Yeah,
up. Mike Evans is banged up. I mean, they got that rookie who's making a name for himself, but I think they got too many injuries, and I think that has always kind of been the catalyst to that Tampa Bay team deep in the, especially at the end of the year. But
yeah.
I mean, you're right. They, for whatever reason, they play you tough, and I'm hoping for another battle, for you guys to just keep testing you guys. But we'll see. Tampa Bay.
We'll see
Good
what
luck.
happens. I still think the Eagles win 4-0. There's not going to be, and then once we pass these games, it's all downhill. We're just rolling down a hill, freight train. Whoever gets in the way is taking an L. We'll see you at the championships. After that, what I've been
All right.
seeing doesn't matter how we play, we're winning. So
Okay.
Eagles 30 to
Yeah.
15. That's the prediction.
Boom.
Boom.
There it is. Mikey Bugatti gives you a number. I'm just giving you my hopes
Yeah.
and dreams of Jaxson Dart looking promising, but we lose. So appreciate you for that. So
Yes.
there we go. Those are the recaps. Excited for Week 4 NFL football. Mikey Bugatti, what else is on the ticket tonight?
Yeah, absolutely. I want to switch sports for a moment because I heard about this. I'm not the biggest fan of this sport, but this switch I might be into it now. The MLB next year is implementing robot umpires. Okay. They're doing 26 cameras, scanning the players and getting the right call every time. But they don't tell the ump right away. It lets the players be able to challenge while they're on the plate. So they'll be like called out and they're like, nah, nope, wasn't a strike. And then they got to console AI and this camera and be like, was he right? And I hope that my hope is they put it on the screen, the jumbo screen, so all the fans can watch. And together they cheers as soon as it's not a strike, and they all like toss their beers in the hand and gets crazy, and they all chant to the ump. They're like, asshole. That's what my vision is, to which then I will buy many tickets to MLB games to be a part of that chant. And then I think if you're an ump and you're hearing about this robot news, maybe you think about getting a new job.
Could be a dying profession.
Umpires are no longer needed. Think about this chain gang for football. No. Just
Dead.
put the laser down the side. They could have done that for years. Just put the laser down on the field, and then we know. So tell me what you think. What do you think about
I
that?
think the problem I see with that is, I know in the past that they implemented a pitch clock because they want games to move quicker. I can
Great
see this
idea.
replay thing doing exactly what the opposite of what they want to do to baseball games right now. I could see this adding extra time. So I don't know how it's going to be, if it's going to be quick, if it's going to be like one of those, like in the NFL, that it's like automatic review has already been confirmed.
Yes.
Kind of one of those things like, oh, it's already been confirmed that it was a strike or it was a ball. I don't know how that's going to look. I think it'll be interesting because I think that it also kind of takes away of the umpire, because you get a different umpire every game behind the plate. Different umpires have different strike zones. This person calls them tighter, this guy lower, this guy's a higher strike. So I think that was always kind of a nuance to the game. It was always different. Now this is just going to be that rectangle box. And if you're in the box, if you hit the line, it's a strike no matter what. I don't know. We'll see. AI, whatever it's going to be. I mean, AI is going to be a part of our lives if they're not already a part of it already. So
I use AI
we'll see.
every single day.
AI is helping film this podcast right now. So thank you.
That's right. I'm not actually even here. This is a recording of Mikey Bugatti from the day before.
I'm sleeping right now. I'm sleeping
I'm on
right
a
now.
boat.
And these are, I'm showering right now. So we'll see. That's supposed to be implemented next year.
Next year for the games.
Okay.
Playoffs are already starting.
Okay.
October's on its way, baby. October baseball is here. So
Boom.
this season's almost done with.
All right. Well, I got something I actually didn't tell you about. I just thought of
You got
it,
something
and
for me?
I'm curious. I'm curious to see.
Yeah.
Um, how much money do you think you need to pay Tom Brady to play in a flag football game?
Yes. I did see about
Just
this.
no. Take a guess. No, I genuinely want you to take a
I
guess.
don't. To play in
Yeah, yeah. Just give me a number.
I think like $2 million getting him on that field.
Higher,
Hired $10 million.
higher.
This guy's making $20 million playing flag football.
Mike, higher.
200 million.
Okay.
All right.
Not 200
All
million.
right.
He's making $75 million. The Saudis are paying him $75 million to play flag football. One game.
One
In a
game.
one flag football game, the Saudis are paying Tom Brady $75 million to play in a flag football game. I don't know when it is. I should probably look that up. Maybe let's look that up right now. But yes,
Do you know
there
where it is?
I would assume it's in Saudi Arabia or something like that,
That's
or
what I'm
Dubai or
thinking.
something
That's what
like
I'm
that. It's
thinking.
got to be, right?
It's not in
There's
front of
no
the. It's not
way.
in front of the White House.
No, let's look up Tom Brady. Let's do this right now. Flag
That is on.
football.
See, I told you.
75 million.
I told you that
Yeah,
Saudi Arabia is just buying each league, putting whatever they want wherever they want it, and that's all we're going to watch from now. Just whatever they want to put on the sports channels. 75.
oh,
How long is a flag
yeah.
football game?
75
45 minutes.
million Saudi Arabia flag football tournament. So it's a
Oh, it's a
tournament.
tournament.
Sorry. It's a
Okay.
tournament. Sorry. 75 million for the 1-day Saudi Arabia flag football tournament in March 2026.
That could be maybe 4 games he plays.
It could be a month long. You're getting $75 million.
Yeah, that's crazy in one day.
So if you're listening to this and you're driving to your miserable fucking jobs, just remember, that just gives you another reason to maybe hate Tom
Yeah,
Brady. I don't know.
yeah,
Tough. $75 million to go play flag football in a flag football
for a
tournament.
day.
That's not the grand prize. That's not for winning. That's not for sponsoring. That's for showing up and playing in this flag football tournament for one person. I can't imagine what the prize fund of this tournament is.
That guy-
Maybe we should try to enter.
That guy could show up and lose every single game, throw 20 interceptions, get sacked every time, not a single touchdown. 75 mil.
70, not a bad weekend. Not a bad weekend
not a bad
right there.
weekend.
Maybe we should look into this, sign up, fly out there. I'd have a beer team. We'll go out there and maybe we'll compete for a prize fund of like what, 200 billion? I don't know what the
That's
prize
all.
fund is.
Actually,
if
last place gets just a cool 2 million just for showing up.
Yeah, it just gets a plane.
Yeah.
Just to take them back.
Right.
It's a plane. Thanks. Yeah, so I saw that on online on who Craig Carton is. He's one of the sports
Analysts.
yeah, sports reporters. He's got his own show. It's like Breakfast Ball on Fox Sports 1. And he was talking about this, and I was like, oh my God, I got to bring this up to Mikey Bugatti and everybody out there that the Saudis, yet again, I mean, they talk about fun bucks. They just, they want to see a flag football game so bad that they're going to pay probably, the biggest name in football to come and play in their tournament, which who knows what that's going to look like. They're just going to pay him $75 million for the weekend.
I have to imagine if Tom Brady is there, and I'm just taking a stab in the dark, he's got to throw the ball to someone. You tell me Antonio Brown's on the other end of that ball over there? He would be the poster that I would put up everywhere. AB is back, baby.
I don't know. I mean, I don't know. I don't know any other people that are attending this. If you've heard more about this, let us know in the comments below, because I want to know more about this. So let us know in the comments below if you know any more about this Saudi Arabia flag football tournament that's going on in March 2026 next year. Well, Tom Brady will be in attendance for a measly $75 million, and we will be here sipping beautiful beers for you guys out there and reporting the most important parts of sports, like Mikey Bugatti always says. Let's get out of here. Enough of $75 million. I mean, that's going to be tough to beat for a weekend. What else you got? Can you
just
top that?
I just found the other players that are going to be
Here we go.
within this flag football. You're going to love
Michael
this.
Jordan.
Saquon Barkley, CeeDee Lamb, McCaffrey, Sauce Gardner, Myles Garrett, Brock Bowers, Crosby, Tyreek Hill, Odell Beckham, and of course, Tom Brady's favorite teammate, Rob Gronkowski.
Oh, of course.
This is just the NFL. They just rebuilt the best players in the end. They're just playing all-star game. That's all it is.
Is Roger Goodell a little nervous?
He's a part of it.
He's like, wait a minute.
He's
If
not a
the
part of it.
if the Saudis wanted to be like, oh shit, we got a breaking news.
Breaking
we have
news.
a fire in Mikey Bugatti's apartment.
Yeah.
We got a fire.
I got it.
We got a fire.
I got to go check something.
Yeah.
Technical
we'll
difficulty.
we'll pause it right now.
Yeah. Just a
We'll pause
moment.
it right now. All right, Mike, did you put the fire out?
The ring of fire is done. Let me tell you, fire alarms always scare the shit out of me. I think that's what they're meant to do for sure.
Mm-hmm.
But brother, it's the loudest, and I have 3 of them in here because it's so luxurious. No, there's just so many in here. One way to meet your neighbors, walking out and they're like, "Was it you? Was it you? Yeah, did you do it?" You know. And the other way is now I get to see how many dogs are in my building, and a ton of them, and they're carrying them out like they're rescued animals from the fire. They're all sitting there, and dogs are in cages. I'm like, this is not the Great Flood,
And there's no fire.
there's no fire. and then we're sitting here, 3 trucks pull up, don't know why, and this old lady, she's like, "Hello, do you know what's going on?" This guy with the hose bumps her. I'm just hits her. He's like, we're not done here. Walks right in. They're in there for 5 seconds, turn everything off.
Great.
But that'll wake you up, that'll wake you up. And that's what matters. I'm fired up now.
It brought me back to my days in college, living in the dorms with fire alarms. It was like, I was in a suite one year, and I remember like people would just be smoking in the rooms.
Oh, yeah.
And then it would just go off. It would like, we had a whiteboard, and we were like, days since last fire alarm. And I think the longest we've ever went was like 22 days or something like that.
Good.
Which was the longest streak ever. But it was like once a week. We were like, all hours of the night, we would be like 11 o'clock at night, you'd be out in your fucking pajamas in Oswego, New York, freezing cold weather most of the time. You'd be outside there. It just brought me back. And your face when this thing went off, I need to go back. And if you're listening to this and not watching, you need to go to YouTube and pull this up. And it was around like the 30-minute mark, and you need to go and see Mikey Bugatti just spring into action like he was friggin' like Spider-Man or something like that.
Wasn't ready.
Very scared.
It wasn't ready. All I know is I'm in pretty good gear to go outside. I see these people. I took my time getting out of here. This guy tying his robe on as he's getting down off the elevator. I'm like, come on, dude. You didn't have enough time to put on a whole shirt?
First of all, yeah, time out. Like, what are you doing? Like, getting in your robe? Like, you didn't have a t-shirt on and then pants? Like,
you don't have a jacket nearby?
Yeah.
On?
Come on, I was doing laundry.
Yeah.
He was doing laundry. Everything was dirty. All right. Well, that spices up the episode. There you go.
Like
First
that?
ever episode of I'd Have a Beer with a Fire Alarm going off. Shout out Mikey Bugatti. There you go.
But Mikey Bugatti's back, and I'm fired up. And Mikey Bugatti is now in the building. Okay, Manny, Mozz. I don't know if you're gonna like this one, but this bet here,
not if you phrase it like that.
This is a hot take. But there's one thing that you do if you take this bet. Manny, Mozz, tell the listeners what they're going to have to do.
They're going to have to call the bank.
Call the bank on this one, baby. It's a one-legger. I'm absolute certain that it's going to happen. You give me $100. I'm giving you $1,500 for this play. Malik Neighbors, 2 touchdowns. Here comes in rookie Jaxson Dart. He's got to look good. He's playing against the Chargers. Their corners are new. They're a young team. Jaxson Dart says, I got to make a name for myself. Who better to throw to than Malik Neighbors?
I love it. Baby? What do you mean? You said I wouldn't like this? I love this.
You like that? I don't know if you'd be about it, but all I know is Mikey Bugatti's got the bank on the bling, bling, and they're telling me to put the money in the bank, $100 to win you $1,500. It's got to be Malik Neighbors with 2 this weekend. I'm pumped up about it. I've already slammed the bet in. I've called some people. I've told my friends. I let the family members know.
Good.
Time to retire this weekend. Put the money down. Take the loan out. Mikey Bugatti put the word out. Okay.
Boom. Thank you again
Boom.
for doing your homework. Why do you think the line is so low? Because it's a rookie
Because it's a
quarterback
rookie.
starting.
He's the rookie throwing the ball to Malik Neighbors, you know?
During our intermission there with the fire alarm, I went online
Intermission.
and I saw some interviews with players on the Giants, and everyone is rallying behind Jaxson Dart. Everybody's excited about his swag and his confidence. So I don't know. They're riding high on Jaxson Dart here, and Malik Neighbors hopefully being his number one target there. And people are just saying, people on ESPN are just saying, all you really got to do is just throw the ball up to him and he'll catch it. So if it's that easy, maybe I do have a prediction for you. The Giants maybe win against.
What a turn of events after a fire alarm, you know? Just helps you think clearly.
It just changes your whole perspective on life. We could have lost you there in the fire.
Tough.
Now I'm feeling better and more confident and more optimistic, and maybe the Giants actually get this one done, but I don't know. Mikey Bugatti, thank you for that. Call the bank, lock that bet in. Jaxson Dart to Malik Neighbors twice in that game against the L.A. Chargers. And Jim Harbaugh giving him his first loss against rookie quarterbacks against him. I mean, let the Giants finally be on the positive sides of some of these stats that they seem to be just accumulating here. It's just tough for them over these last few years.
I just want to see a segment on ESPN where they're like, Giants win? Whoop!
Wow.
I want to see that. I want to see it. The Big Blue, they're back. Whoop! You know, that's what I want to see.
You and like a million other people want to see that there, my friend.
Yeah, put them up there.
My friend. But yes, is there? Mentioned something about a game.
Yeah. I saw. Okay, the other day I was with my friends and they asked me this question, and I thought it was hilarious. So I added a second part to it. What's worse? What do you think is worse out of these two options? You got to pick one of these options. I'll give you one again, and I'll give you another. Sure. And the realm is you're in the 2000s. You're in the 2000s, okay? So, you know, maybe you're like 11 or 12, 13. But you just live in the 2000s right now. That's what you need.
Okay, so I'm my age right now, but it's 2000.
Yes, that's right.
Got it. Okay, sure.
What's worse? Would you rather you uploaded music on a CD? I'm talking hours of music on Napster onto your CD. You get into your 4-hour car ride, and the only thing that's working in there is your CD. As soon as you start to play the music, only one song download, and it was the hamster song.
Oh my god! Okay.
Yeah. So you gotta listen to that for 4 hours, or you just lost your job. You live in New York City. You just lost your job. You found out your dog died. You get in the cab, and he's like, all right, you know, where you going? He's like, yeah, I just lost my job. I just got to get to my home. And then you hear, welcome to Cash Cab. The music's going off. Now you're on TV, and you're depressed, and you have to answer these questions.
These are both horrible situations.
Both so bad. Both
horrible
so bad.
Situations.
Are you now going to pretend to play, or?
The Cash Cab episode, if that was the real situation, would be the only episode that would never air, because I would probably just choose not to respond to anything that they were going to. I would literally be like, stop the cab, I'm going to walk. Stop the fucking cab. And I know what it is. It's got the disco ball ceiling. Yeah.
You sit down, you're like, damn, man, I'm just having a tough day. Can you bring me home? Welcome to Cash Cab.
Yeah.
The music starts playing. Whoa, whoa,
yeah.
Whoa.
Who was the second U.S. president? Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I think I'd pull out a gun and go to Rob.
I think I kind of already answered it. I guess I'm going with the CD. I'm going to hamster dance, because about an hour into just the hamster dance, my mind would be thinking of just like, I don't know. I think I would be trying to, you know, how long does it take before I know every single word of this song and I can just sing it with like very low, that I can just master this song? So I'd probably challenge myself to do something like that to get me through the rest of the car ride.
Sure.
I would probably lower it and like get it even lower and then lower until I can do it basically without it even on.
Wow.
Just the whole song.
And that's your party trick.
That would be my party trick for 4 hours in a
Mhm.
car with one song burnt off of LimeWire or Napster. Yeah, that would either option is horrible. But you're telling I just lost my job. My dog just got hit by a bus, and now I'm sitting in. I don't want to talk to anybody, and now I'm on a game show.
You're in. I'm talking dead traffic in the cash cab.
Yeah. He's like, welcome to the greatest game show on earth, the Cash Cab. He's like,
I would
if you
pull out a
take
gun. I'd be
the color, if you take the color orange and you take the color green,
Yeah.
what does that make
Yeah.
for $200?
Yeah.
I'm just not going to answer. I'd be like, please unlock the car door. Or
They
I will
try and
scream.
move to the show, and they're like, "Call a friend, no
Yeah.
problem."
Yeah, I'm going to probably stick to the hamster dance because, yeah, I would. Who knows? I might. That would be the one episode, like I said, of Cash Cab that wouldn't air because I might be strangling this guy.
Yeah. Oh shit.
So there you go. All right.
There you go. That's a good answer.
There you go. I got a few would you rathers.
Oh, you got
okay.
it. Well, this was what's worse. I don't. But okay,
what's worse? I mean, they're both pretty fucking worse. But I got would you rather. Okay, I got a few would you rather here. Let me look up. I had one really good here. Okay, would you rather be chronically underdressed or overdressed?
Oh, overdressed always. Overdressed.
Easy.
Like I'm going to like a PTA meeting, full suit, tuxedo.
Yeah. Layup. I'm easing you into these. Okay.
Yeah.
Here you go. All right. Would you rather be in jail for 5 years or in a coma for a decade?
Oh wow. No, that would put me at different stages in life. I think coma for a decade because while I'm in that coma, I am having just fantasies in La La Land of whatever I want. When I'm in jail,
it also could be if you're in a coma, it could feel like you've only been sleeping for 10 minutes.
10 minutes, right? When I'm in jail, who knows how many packs of cigarettes I'm getting passed around for it?
5 years. That there is no easy way to speed that up.
No.
Okay.
Coma.
Okay. Would you rather find true love today or win the lotto next year?
Oh, wow.
Wow.
I know when I'm going to win the lotto next year or any time.
Okay, so it's would you rather
Okay.
find true love today or win the lotto next year?
Well, there's only 3 hours left in the day, so that'd be pretty sick within this next 3 hours.
Okay. I mean, you could have just met her out at the fire, while you guys were watching your building burn.
I did make one comment. I'm like, was it you? And they said, no, maybe that was the person. I'm thinking I got to go. If it's the billion by next year, I got to take the billion. I got to take the billion.
If it's the billion next year and you got it, I don't know if you'll find true love, but you'll have no problem finding love.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. Yeah.
All right. Okay. Would you rather be forced to sing along or dance to every song you hear?
Oh, wow. Okay.
So you understand that?
Oh,
so
I
every
got
song
it. I got it.
Yeah. Okay. There you go. He's got it. What would you rather?
Oh, so it's sing or dance?
So, would you rather be forced to sing along or dance to every song you hear?
See, here's where my brain went immediately. So I'm sitting there and immediately I have to sing You Raise Me Up while I'm at the funeral. So I'm watching the funeral happen and I'm singing You Raise Me.
You have to sing that.
Or I'm sitting there and I'm like, You raise me up. See, which is worse. If I can
either options, you're getting a lot of heads turned.
Well, if I sing, I think I would stand up and I'm like singing for everyone and I'm like, this is for everybody. And then the next song turns on and I'm like, uh-oh.
I feel like you could get away with it more at a wedding or a funeral if you're singing than dancing.
No good. No good.
Not good.
But then if somebody like catches on that this is my problem, they would insert songs at the wrong times when I'm in bad situations or good. I'm at court and I'm like, what you gonna do when they come for they would ruin the scene.
Or it's like an NWA song and it's playing and you have to sing it.
I have to sing it, and I'm in Harlem going to get some food.
Tough
Could
day
be tough
for you. I know you've been running a lot.
Yeah.
Probably good.
Yeah, that's the reason I've been waiting for this question.
All right, 2 more. Would you rather team up with Wonder Woman or Captain Marvel?
What are we doing?
Fighting crime.
Who's Captain Marvel? Like, this is the comic book, or who plays them now? Changes everything. Changes.
I guess
You're telling
the
me Brie
most
Larson
recent
or Gal Gadot?
the most recent one.
Cool.
I'll give you the most recent one.
Yeah, it's gonna be Wonder Woman.
Oh, there we go.
Wonder Woman, because she's got the cool whip. You know.
Oh, that's why.
That's the reason, because she's got the cool whip.
Sure, we'll just skate by that one.
But
would you rather have the ability to see? This will be the last one. Would you rather have the ability to see 10 minutes into the future or 150 years into the future?
10 minutes every single time. Give me 1 to 2, 3 hours in a casino, and then I don't need 150 years.
There you go. Perfect.
What's 150 years going to do for me? I won't even be there.
Maybe you figure out in 150 years, they figure out how to keep you alive forever. And you're like, well, I'll just make this for myself now.
Okay. Or I figure out what they invent, then invent it myself.
Boom.
Or I see what companies are going up and I invest. Whatever.
We still don't have the flying car. 150 years from now, you could be like, I got the flying car. I figured I got it. Boeing, here it is.
Do you know how many
Lockheed
drawings?
Martin, here it is.
Here you go. You know how many drawings I did in elementary school what the future was going to look like? And I was so wrong. Okay.
After the Cubs won that World Series in like 2015 and Back to the Future like kind of sort of predicted it.
Yeah.
I was for sure thinking right after that World Series, the Cubs winning after like not winning for 150 years and Back to the Future kind of predicted it. I'm like, okay, I'm going to get shoes that automatically tie the laces, lace up like those Nike ones. I'm getting a hoverboard that floats easily, and talk about he even had that jacket that just automatically adjusted the sleeves to length. I'm getting all of this. I thought for sure all of this, and here we are right now, still doing these podcasts virtually. Still have to get on a plane with pilots and that still end up going down, unfortunately. Cars on the road, and my jeans are still too long. So, and my shoes, I have to tie them myself. So here we are, 2025. So maybe 150 years from now, you could just take a quick little peek and figure out,
what should I do?
Hey,
what should I do?
Imagine Mikey Bugatti's sportsbook. You know the winner for the next 150-year Super Bowls.
I am the
150
sports
years
almanac.
of Super Bowls.
I am the sports almanac.
Yeah, you can change the name of Sports Almanac to Mikey Bugatti. He has predicted all of the winners of all of the championships and all of the sports for 150 years.
150 years. You want the Bugatti book, because that's what
you want the Bugatti. It's like Almanac. You mean Bugatti book? Yeah. Instead of Google, it was Lugal. Yeah. So
of course.
There we go.
Of course.
So, there you go. Let us know down below. What would you do? Would you rather 10 minutes or 150 years? Let us know. We would like to know.
Let us know.
Beers, Mikey Bugatti.
Beers, baby. We got beers. This was pretty good. You know what? I was I walked out there after the fire alarm scare, and I was pretty buzzed for the small, brief period of time because I haven't drank all day today because it's middle of the week. And good. Dogs and Bolts double IPA. It's 9.1. So what made me choose that? But Beard Brewing Company in New England, delicious. Let's get into it. Am I having this at dinner? Let me get a sip. Yes, I am. And I would totally order that. Dogs and Boats, please. So cool to see. Am I having that at tailgate? Absolutely, I am. Dogs and Boats for everybody. Who's going to say no to that? 1 through 10. This is like a 7.4, 7.5. This is very good. Delicious. Got a nice little dog right there just watching me the whole time. And now I got some dog in me. So Boats and Dogs, 7.1, baby.
All right. Boats and Dogs, 7.1. Shout out. I have Trogs. Brewing Company Perpetual. What is the percentage? 7.5.
Still good.
Let's give it another taste.
What are we doing? We having it at dinner. Take us through the gauntlet.
I would have this at dinner. I would have this at dinner. Tailgate, not having it at a tailgate.
Too big.
Trogs, it's just too. It's a little too hoppy. I don't know if I could gun down a bunch of these.
Yeah.
Trogs Perpetual IPA 7.5 6.6.
Hey, you know what? After the past 2 beers you had, that's the best beer.
6-6. Yeah, I know. Like I said in the beginning of
A
this episode,
streak.
I need to get a new assistant or I need to have a conversation with my assistant rather
Yeah.
to look at what you're picking and putting in the basket. What are you doing here? Dude, perpetual. I was like, when she handed this to me, I'm like, is there even alcohol in this? Is
Yeah.
this a beer? Is
Yeah.
this one of these fubbly, bubbly, seltzer, bubblies, something?
Yeah.
I didn't even think it, and then turns out, yeah, it's a beer, but not my favorite beer, but it's a 6-6, and we're out of there.
And we're out of there. It sounded pretty
We're out
empty
of
when
there.
you put it on the table there. I'm not going to lie. I heard that.
I did drink it because, when you stepped out of here, it was just by myself and I was scrolling and I
Yeah.
was sipping and I was scrolling and I was sipping. And then here we are. I mean, the episode's about 50 minutes anyway. So, yeah, the beer's gone. But the beer's gone. The episode's gone. And week 3 is gone. We're going into week 4 of the NFL season. Big expectations, high hopes for the New York Football Giants and their rookie quarterback, Jaxson Dart, against the undefeated LA Chargers this week. Yes, GG's. We need positive vibes. We need Jaxson Dart. We need Malik Neighbors.
Yes.
We need Cam Scatterboo. We need that defensive line. We need a collective win for the New York Football Giants. It would be great to hop on this episode next week and be all smiles
On the board.
talking about the Giants' first win and how great Jaxson Dart looked. I hope to repeat that next week. Mikey Bugatti, any final words before we get out of here?
Absolutely. Thank you for joining us tonight, week 3, getting everything you need to know. The most important part of sports only happening in one place. We're giving you the rundown, the MLB, the comebacks, the Eagles, the Giants. We'll see you next week, just like we do every week on I'd Have a Beer. Manny Mozz.
I'd have a beer. Good night, everybody.